She my kryptonite, that's every night. Can't get enough, creeping up. My flow gets
What is going on, guys? It's Brown with Simpleman's Comics in collaboration with Comic Book Speculation Investing. And in this video, I'm going to give you my weekly picks for new comic books that are coming out Wednesday, April 25th, 2018. Week delay. Sorry I didn't have a video up last week. I had a little home emergency with some plumbing in the house, but we're back on schedule. And I also want to say real quick, I want to welcome two new Patreon members, Paul Wiederhold and Earl Hawkins. Also, while I'm at it, my monthly giveaway contest is going to be, since Avengers is coming out, I'm going to have a signed copy by George Perez of Infinity Gauntlet #1. Head over to my Patreon page for all the details. It's patreon.com/SimpleMansComics. Now, let's get into the picks. Kicking us off this week, we have Detective Comics number 979. This is part 4 to Batman Eternal. Ulysses Armstrong knows everything there is to know about Tim Drake's future, including every inevitable step he'll take on the road to becoming a dark version of himself. Unfortunately, Ulysses is perfectly happy to take everything from him and use it to give birth to an unstoppable menace. There's a regular cover. There's also a regular price variant by Raphael Albuquerque. Next, we have Flash number 45. This is part 6 to the story Perfect Storm. Grodd rains lightning down on Central City to burn it to the ground. The Flash is as fast as a bolt of lightning, but is he as fast as 1,000? There's a regular cover by Barry Kitson. There's also a regular priced variant by David Finch. Justice League of America number 29. This is the finale to Dawn of Time. Kronos is won. Superheroes are non-existent in the new timeline he's manipulated into existence. The League will have to find each other, reform and fix the time stream, or all of time will be at Kronos' command. There's a regular cover by David Williams, but there's also a regular priced variant by Francesco Mattina. Silencer number 4. This is part 1 to Payback Time. The Silencer has been targeted by every hitman, meta mobster, and weapons depot dropout that the Leviathan organization has to offer. Now it's time for honor gifts to take the fight back to them. Too bad Deathstroke has other plans. Silencer squares off against Slade Wilson in the start of this brand new story arc. Suicide Squad number 40. This is the finale to Break Through the Wall. The squad faces down the wall as their fate hangs in the balance. If the squad doesn't stop the wall, the U.S. government will be demolished. There's a regular cover by David Yarden. There's also a regular priced variant by Francesco Mattina. Antar number 1. This comes from IDW Publishing. Honor through perseverance, legacy through diversity. IDW presents the epic story of one of history's greatest warriors and finest poets, Antar the Black Knight, a despised camel driver born of an African slave mother and an Arab noble father. Antar proves that heroes are made by embracing who we are and dreaming about what we can become. There's a regular cover by Eric Battle, but there's also an incentive Eric Battle pencil variant, which is not shown. Ice Cream Man number 4. This comes from Image Comics. Here we have a guy named Joel, and he has drinks with his best friend's estranged dad. As for the best friend, well, I suppose you could say he's in a bit of a pickle. There's 3 covers for this. There's a regular Martin Morazzo cover. There's a regular price variant by Len Scurfield. There's also a regular price variant by Martin Morazzo as well. Kill or Be Killed number 18. This is still one of my favorite titles to read every month. While Dylan's been locked away inside, the vigilante's been running wild on the streets. But how is this possible? It features the return of Detective Leslie Sharp, who is hot on the trail of the masked man. Redneck number 12. In the smoldering fallout of last issue's shock ending, the Bowman clan must escape the tide of blood licking at their heels, but not everyone is fast enough to outrun the crashing waves. There's a regular cover for this, but there's also a Gabriel Hernandez Walta April Fool's cover, which if you're a fan of Donny Cates and you've been reading Thanos and you like Cosmic Ghost Rider, you might want to be interested in picking that up. Oh yeah, and Saga number 51 comes out this week as well. Now, seriously guys, everyone should be aware of Saga right now. If you haven't been picking it up, you really should. Absolutely great story, art by Fiona Staples. I mean, I really shouldn't have to say much about it, but hey, issue number 51, make sure you get it. All new Wolverine number 34. This is part 2 to Old Woman Laura. Though most of the world's problems have been solved in the future, that doesn't mean there's no opportunities to snick every now and then. And now that Laura's back in the suit, she's finding those opportunities aplenty. Avengers number 690. This brings us to the conclusion of No Surrender. The battle's over. Those left standing in the rubble have to find a way to move forward. As an era of the Avengers comes to a close, what will rise to take its place? This is going to have 3 different covers for it. There's a regular Mike Brooks cover. There's a regular price end of an era Chris Sprouse variant. There's also a regular price N. Hayek Lee variant. The N. Hayek Lee variant is my pick of the week, not only because it's a great cover, but it's also the conclusion to a great storyline, which means Marvel will probably mess it up. But either way, I love that cover. I've loved this story. So that's my pick of the week. Doctor Strange Damnation number 4. It's Damnation Nation. Mephisto's on a hot streak that won't stop. Every team that's faced him has fallen, while more of the country falls under his influence. There's just one card left to play. Wong versus Mephisto. Alone. Who escapes alive? Who escapes undead? And who doesn't escape at all? Damnation's going out in a blaze of glory, and you gotta see who gets burned. There's 4 different covers for it. There's a regular Rod Rice cover. There's a regular price Greg Smallwood connecting variant. There's a regular price Ron Lim variant. There's also a regular price Rod Rice Tarnation variant. Doctor Strange number 389. This ties in right after the Damnation storyline. How is Doctor Strange going to clean up this mess? There's also a brand new magical landscape, and it's going to be a long journey back to the Sanctum Sanctorum. Exiles number 2. She comes from the land of ice and snow and enchanted hammers. That's right, the Exiles land in Asgard just in time to aid Valkyrie in a fight against the fire demon Surtur. It's going to have 3 different covers for it. There's a regular David Marquez cover. There's a regular priced Mike McComb variant. There's also an incentive Javier Rodriguez variant. The Hunt for Wolverine number 1. That's right, the return of Wolverine begins right in this issue, providing the first piece of a mystery that will leave no corner of the Marvel Universe untouched. Just as the X-Men have finally come to terms with Logan's death, they learn a terrible secret. Old wounds will be reopened, truths questioned, and an epic quest begun. This is the earliest clues to the mystery of Wolverine's return, and they're laid down in this issue. Who's going to solve it first? I'll tell you what, you'll have plenty of covers to choose from because Marvel's shipping 9 and there's a crap load of store exclusives for it. So either way, there's going to be a regular Steve McNiven cover. There's a regular priced Young Guns Marco Cicchetto variant, a regular priced Adam Kubert teaser variant, a blank variant. There's an incentive Elizabeth Torque variant. There's an incentive Mike Deodato Jr. variant, an incentive Steve McNiven sketch variant, an incentive Adam Kubert remastered variant, and an incentive Adam Kubert remastered sketch variant. Mighty Thor number 706. At the gates of Valhalla, the Death of Mighty Thor finale. The battle against Mangog is finished, and the losses have been profound. So what, if anything, remains of the story of Jane Foster, Goddess of Thunder? And where do the other gods possibly go from here? There's 4 different covers for it. There's a regular Russell Donovan cover. There's a regular price Walter Simonson variant. A regular price Marco Cicchetto Young Guns variant. And a regular priced Mark Bagley Venom 30th Anniversary variant. Thanos Annual number 1. Thanos is likely the most evil being in the universe, and if anyone would know, it's the all-new Cosmic Ghost Rider. Let the spirit of vengeance be your guide on a tour through the worst of the worst as he reveals the most heinous deeds ever perpetrated by the Mad Titan or by anyone else. There's 2 covers for this. One's a regular Jeff Shaw cover. There's also a regular price variant by Mike Deodato Jr. I really love the Deodato Jr. variant. In fact, I was originally going to make it my pick of the week, but I think a lot of people have this as their pick of the week, so that's why I chose something different. Either way, great cover. A lot of places online already have both of these allocated to 1 per person, so it's a great story. I advise you guys to pick it up. Venom number 165. This is part 2 to the Nativity. As Eddie and the Symbiote find themselves less trusting of one another than ever before, a new enemy emerges and threatens to tear the 2 of them apart, and not just from each other. We have a regular Ryan Stegman cover. There's also a Mike Deodato Jr. variant, which is regular priced as well. Venomized number 4. The battle rages between Earth's venomized defenders and the poison invaders, bent on consuming all symbionts and all life itself in our universe. The X-Men think they have a new ally in the fight, one that could turn the tide. Venom and Earth's heroes gamble on a risky counterattack to end things, for better or worse. There's a regular Nick Bradshaw cover. There's a regular price connecting variant by Mark Bagley. There's also an incentive Mike Deodato Jr. variant. Baby Teeth number 10. This wraps up the first year of this title, and they're promising it's going to be the biggest reveal ever, and of course, afterwards, nothing is ever going to be the same again. Malefic number 6. Now this is from Devil's Due Publishing. This has been a great story. Hasn't been the best, but I've really been enjoying reading them. Plus, I really love all the covers of this series, so I'm going to continue to pick this up. Rick and Morty number 37. This is part 1 to Let the Rock One In. And two-part spooky special, Rick and Morty face the hideous hordes of the sexy undead vampires. It's going to have two different covers for it. There's a regular cover, but there's also a great X-Men homage cover with Pickle Rick on it, and it's by Mike Vasquez. Keep in mind, some places online are limiting the variant to one per customer. Bloodborne number 3. Now, I've really enjoyed playing the video game. I've really enjoyed reading these issues by Alice Cott, so I'm going to continue to pick this up. There's a regular cover, but there's also a regular priced game variant as well. Deep Roots number 1. This comes from Vault Comics. Vault Comics absolutely been one of my favorite indie publishers lately. They always put out good titles. This is going to have two different covers for it. There's a regular Danny Strips cover. There's also a regular price variant by Val Rodriguez. Reactor number 3. This is also from Vault Comics. The enemy of Poli's army is king with a taste for blood and an army at his back. Does that make them friends? Nah. But it does complicate the hell out of Dom O'Connor's plan to destroy Earth. Suck it, President. There's a regular Dylan Burnett cover. There's also a regular price Richard Place variant, which I do not have the art for. So there it is. Those are my picks for new comic books coming out Wednesday, April 25th, 2018. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon page for the giveaway contests and details. And I'll see you guys next time.
My kryptonite, that's every night. Can't get enough, creeping up. My flow gets by, baby.